What?
Oh
Damn,
my
damn
god. You suck, Moose.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Moose. Welcome to Moose, where we spout bullshit. My name is Moose, and I'm joined by my demure debutantes, Poob and Al. Al, don't talk during the fucking intro.
It was just so loud. Can we quiet that?
It's quieted now.
Okay.
How are you guys doing today?
Why are you using demure, Moose?
Well, what? I'm just being very mindful, very cutesy. See, I'm not like other podcasters.
Bro, I hate that trend.
You are the opposite of demure, Moose.
I disagree. How am I the opposite of demure? I am incredibly mindful.
You're constantly angry and over the top and dramatic.
True.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually Chill Moose. I don't know which moose you're talking about, but not me.
So can Chill Moose be the one we hang out with today and not Angry Moose?
Which Moose was the one that was screaming in that department store we were in?
I was Angry Moose. Scary Angry Moose.
Keep bringing that
Psychopath
up.
Moose.
At least I try and change, Al, instead of you who does the same fucking shit every single time. Sorry, that's not chill. That's not demure.
Not
How are you
cutesy
guys
at
doing?
all.
What do you? How is it? How's everything?
Good.
Right now at work.
Work, quote unquote work.
You are not working.
I'm not working right now because I didn't take a lunch break, which means this is technically my lunch break.
You are not working. You do not work. You're going to go to the gym early, and then you're going to pick us up early because work is fake. All you do is sit around and watch Netflix.
Wait, Coop, are you at work right now?
Yes, I am at work right now. And you know what I was doing before this? I was playing Madden because that's what work is.
Thick.
Yeah, sorry, Al. Not all of us can be like you, who gets off at fucking 1.
I know, it is pretty great, but it's only today.
I mean,
Really,
Alex
it's only
just
today.
always pretends like he's still working, bro.
Okay. I mean, I told you, I have time. I have, time where I could just chill. Of course. It's a corporate level job. All my time is. In fact, I say this all the time. Out of all the jobs, Chick-fil-A is still the busiest and the hardest job I ever had to do. Because at Chick-fil-A, they're always talking about if you have time to lean, you have time to clean, and you always have to be sweeping and cleaning and taking orders and restocking and all this other stuff. Like, they would never give you any break time at all. And that is just not what the real world is. And it's also the lowest paid job I've worked to. Crazy.
Well, I mean, part of that is that it's like low skill, right? Like you don't have to necessarily think about everything that you're doing at Chick-fil-A. I'm sure that you have to think at your current job, which I think I should say this right off the bat, because at least I have to for my job. None of my feelings, sentiments, or opinions represents the company that I work for. If for whatever reason you find the company that I work for, you shouldn't be able to. But if under the circumstances that you do, none of my opinions or feelings represent that company in whatsoever.
Alex, tell him the
It's all
company.
mine.
Do it.
I really want to blurt it out.
Just do it.
Al, you say it, I'll use Instagram, Facebook, everything to share this episode with your name, address, and where you work.
Yo, that is not cutesy.
True.
But that's not me. I'm not going to be the one doing it. It's going to be Angry Moose that's going to be doing it. This is right now Demure Moose.
Angry Moose.
So you're telling me I can unleash another moose out of you just by saying?
Al, what the fuck? There's not that many companies that only have...
Sorry. Cut that part out. Just
Yeah,
by saying
so I
one,
also cut out
just
the
by
fact
saying a
that
couple
you
words.
work at a coat factory.
That's good. I think
Chill,
Alex said last week where he worked anyway.
I
Or on
do
one of
think
them
so.
he said it anyway.
I know for a fact that when you had your solo episode, you talked about the fact that we went to a store that Alex has an employee discount for.
Yeah, and I
And got
purposely
clothes there.
did not try to say the name of the store. And then I remember the next week after that, or one of the weeks after that, he just says the name of the store when we retell the story. So
That is
no
okay.
point.
I'm sure that my company can look through all of my Moose episodes, all of our Moose episodes, and listen to me. They're not going to find anything wrong with what I said because everything that I say is completely logical and makes
They're
sense.
gonna think you're an idiot, so
No.
they might fire you for that.
No.
We talked about some very hot button issues, hot button topics.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
Remind you of
I'm not a
trans
representative of the company. Okay, I'm not like speaking on behalf of the company's values. I just work here. Like if someone were to say something bigoted and they work at Wendy's, are you now not going to go to Wendy's or look at Wendy's differently because some employee said something bad?
Nothing
No.
could
I mean, it's
stop me
not-
from going to Wendy's. Nothing.
It's not about that. Usually, when they say, "Oh, company, take care of this employee, fire this guy," because it's like happened in the past. It's usually because of the fact that, oh, well, if the company doesn't fire him, that means they're sort of standing by what they said, because both your in office and out of office actions are something that they have to take into account.
I've said nothing that insane to get me fired.
Okay.
What about
Can
when
you
you
say something
called
insane now?
Moose the N-word?
I
How about that?
did not say that. What about when you called me the N-word?
I would never do that because you are white.
Yeah, and as far as anyone else is concerned, Koob is black. He could be. No one knows.
What?
I am.
What about you, Moose? Because he said that I call you the N-word.
Yeah, so it could be that I'm black, and then you just committed a hate crime.
True.
Okay, but if I were to be exposed, would you defend me and say that you're not black? And that it's okay?
No.
No.
So you would just lie? Because you're not black?
I would just won't say anything. Because I'm just speaking in hypotheticals.
Moose, are you black?
So, Coop, how was your week?
Pretty good. Pretty solid.
Cool. Do you want to give your updated viewpoint of this Bruno Mars song to Moose?
Yeah, because I know it's just going to make Alex extremely happy. But I don't know. My opinion on it hasn't changed that much.
We'll talk about it in a bit.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, Al, is there like a point that you wanted to make beyond that? Because like I don't know if you see this, but if you look at like the bottom left of my little picture here, it clearly shows what today's topic is.
You see why you're so like passive aggressive towards me specifically. Why?
Because I don't do dumb shit like you.
No, not you, Moose. Moose is passive aggressive.
No, that's
towards
what
me.
I'm saying. Like, Moose isn't going to be passive aggressive towards me because I'm not constantly saying stupid shit.
What did I say that was stupid just now?
You just, like, we're about to stop him and be like, no, Moose, you have to hear his opinion on the song.
Did I say that? No,
Well,
I did not say that.
That's because he stopped you.
No, that is not because he stopped me.
Also, Al, to be fair, you do the stuff that like pisses me off the most. So it's really just a matter of like what comes out.
Yeah, like, if you think about it, he'll literally, like, he'll do that to you, and then probably, like, Jason the second most, because you two are the ones that piss him off the most.
Like Saturday when we were in the car and then you asked about my feelings and I started talking about my feelings and then all of a sudden you're like, no, Moose, I don't want to hear about that. Okay. No, Al, you're right. I should be very demure about that concept.
Please.
About that entire
I'm tired of
situation.
angry moves. Where's
Can we go
demure
back to-
moves?
I just realized we didn't talk about that. But that Saturday, right? I can just literally confirm that Alex is one of the worst people at making conversation that I've ever seen in my life. Because
I completely agree.
that day, me, Jason, and Bingus are all like stupidly fried. And like, I could have a conversation, but I'm going to have to like, you're going to have to give me some time to like put together my thoughts. So I wanted Moose and Alex to like have a discussion and then like just give the rest of us the ability to like cut in and like have a add comments to whatever conversation they were having.
Okay.
And Alex was just completely incapable of holding it together any like
You
sort
are
of
so
conversation.
dramatic on everything. Okay.
Moose, am I lying? Moose, am I lying?
Okay.
Was Jason
you
not
literally
the one keeping the conversation going last time?
Here's what you said. You said, have a conversation. That's like, tell me a joke. Just tell me a joke. Because a lot of the times, good conversations happen organically. So if you just say, have a conversation, it's a lot harder to make it really engaging. And then the topic that we kept on going back to was Moses' feelings. And it's hard. Like, we've had that conversation so many times where it's just like, we're only going to get so far with that conversation that'll make it really engaging. And it's also not something that you are particularly passionate about. It's not something that we can really include you with because it's ultimately just Moose talking about himself.
Bro, you don't ask any sort of like provoking questions to Moose. Jason was doing all of that.
Because Jason was into that conversation.
Also, to be very clear, it's not like a situation where I go like, guys, I really want to talk about my feelings. I'm literally sitting in the middle between Mood and Aki. And then they're like, hey, Moose, do you see that family out there? Tell me about it. Tell me about your feelings about that family. I wasn't saying anything. I said, you guys really don't want to listen to that.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I didn't even start that conversation. They started that conversation. I didn't start bringing that up.
They had to start that conversation because you were not doing anything. You were literally just sitting there.
No. And also,
you were like, just talk.
You were like, Moose, talk about your feelings. Literally, that's how every conversation starts. By the way, it's always talk about your feelings. You're like, Moose, talk about your fucking feelings.
If you say that you do not do that, I'm about to come to your fucking apartment and smack you. If you're about to say that, I will literally smack you because you are the main culprit of that. And then when anybody else says it, they're literally saying it in a mocking sort of way of mocking.
I was saying it in a mocking sort of way.
No,
the whole idea
the one that
of talking. No, the whole idea of talking about talking about your feelings is a joke at this point. No one actually talks about their feelings.
But you were the one that started.
I talk about my feelings, but okay.
And then you know what happened when Moose tries to talk about his feelings? Alex just goes, "Moose, I'm not really interested in your feelings." That's what Alex says.
No, you were just as uninterested,
bastard.
No, do not give me that.
No. Here's the difference. I was getting mad at Moose because, in my opinion, Moose was just like dodging the question. But I was genuinely curious to hear Moose's answers. But I just felt like he wasn't answering the question. The difference was you just didn't want to listen to Moose's voice.
Okay.
That was the difference.
You're asking me to provide an engaging conversation out of the blue. Like it's like I could just think about some topic.
Alex, it didn't have to be the deepest conversation, bro. You could have literally talked about like the Bruno Mars song again or something. But like even when we had that discussion, it literally was just boiling down to the fact that you didn't want to hear any of our opinions. You were like, no, the song's good. No, the song's good.
That is also a lie.
No, it is not, bro. Moose
makes
a point about the song. No, the song is good. No, the song is good. Oh, your opinion? It's wrong. Your opinion. It's wrong. No, the song is good.
Okay. You know what? Fine. Let's just transition now. Okay. I've been really getting into music lately. I've literally like the past week I've spent, I think now it's been like at least 8 hours just researching one feud, like the rap feud from like the summer. And that was pretty much it. That was like a bulk of my research, but I was researching music in general for like the last week. And so what I wanted to do was bring up a topic that we did, I think last year, but then I lost the audio for, which was talk about your opinions on certain kinds of music, especially since we spent the last episode talking about Al's opinion on Bruno Mars. So now, Koob, how did your opinion on Bruno Mars change?
Alex is just like grossly like overstating the change. I literally have just seen TikToks of like, so literally the part in this. I already forgot the title. What's the title?
Die
of the
with a
song?
smile.
Yeah, there it is. Right before he actually says those words, "Die with a smile," like right before that, I like the like 2 or 3 lines before that because that like sort of gave me the vibes of Silk Sonic, like right there. Just those like 3 lines. And then like right after, as soon as he says "Die with a smile," I also think that title sucks. Like when he says it in the song, it just doesn't fit at all. And then it cuts to Lady Gaga, which I'm not interested in. And then I agree with Moose in the fact that like if you listen to that whole song, like the song in its entirety, excluding those like 2 lines, it doesn't sound like Silk Sonic in the slightest, and that's like the new type of music of his that I would actually be interested in. So, other than those like 2 lines, which I thought were fire, the rest of the song is still like extremely mid.
Yeah. So this is like part of like what I was doing with like the research and thinking about music in general for like last week, right? I was thinking, why is it that like my music tastes are so much different than yours and Al's? And it was before that, oh well, I had like my sister and I listened to music with her, so it just makes sense that my music taste would be like a conglomeration between you guys and her. But I don't necessarily think that's true anymore. So the way that worked was back when I was really young, my family didn't really listen to music like that all that much. When we put on the radio, it just be usually like Coob, but like Brown. Every single Brown movie is basically a musical, so every single Brown movie has its own soundtrack.
Brown. I just want to let the audience know he's brown.
No, he just likes Brown
I
movies.
just watch Brown movies, man.
I also enjoy Brown movies.
As a black person?
You racist. Oh, so you're saying I can't watch Brown movies as a black person?
No, I'm not saying that.
Is that what
Kamala
I'm not saying that.
Alex, why are
is
you judging me?
a woman who is a black woman who watches Brown movies, I bet. Are you saying
she's just a fucking chameleon, bro? But we're not gonna get down this rabbit hole. But just get back to your point, Moose.
Okay, so in music, there's like technically 3 types of music, but I'm only going to speak about 2 types. There is music where the music itself is supposed to be the art, where you're invoking feelings and emotions purely through the artistry of the music. And then there's music called program music, where the music is there to sort of like tell a story and actually like basically go beginning, middle, and this is the story. And so usually in musicals, that kind of music is program music where you're trying to tell a story, which is why I feel my music tastes are what they are right now. When I originally listened to Kanye, I didn't give a shit. Sure, Graduation was a good album and everything, but I didn't really care all that much. But I just did a bunch of research on Kanye, watch like a full documentary basically on him. And it's now re-listening to that song, like re-listening to Through the Wire, it changes my opinion to where I like it now more because I know what that story is now. Like I know about not just the fact that he had a car accident, but when he had the car accident, he was thinking about his mom and how she would have to die, how she would be crying at his deathbed, and how his girlfriend is flying all the way, feeling so worried, and he doesn't want to leave her alone once he got gone. And now I understand with like Heartless, how it was like released right after his mom died and right after his girlfriend left him. And like that understanding of the story sort of shapes my opinion, which is why I don't like this Bruno Mars song. This Bruno Mars song doesn't have a story for me to latch onto. It's the same thing of like, oh, well, if we were to die, I would love to die with you. But like, I heard that story before. I heard that story before in a much better song by JP Saxe, which was If the World Was Ending. I find that song much better telling of that story than what Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga did. So it's just, which is why A, I found it repetitive, and B, I don't necessarily like it compared to the rest of his discography. Al?
Okay. So you're telling me that you like songs based on the story that they tell?
Yeah, because let's also I forgot to mention this part. It's not like story driven music was like the only music I was exposed to. Obviously, I was in band, which is not very story driven for the most part. But like I've also hung out with you and Aki. The issue was when I was hanging out with you and Aki, you guys don't listen to music in a very story driven way. I remember distinctly we went into the band room and you and Aki were telling me to like Moose, come over here, come song. It was
Most is it just me?
Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime.
and
He's
a
back.
beat drop, and you would jizz.
Most.
Moose, you just completely cut off and became Optimus Prime.
You would
again.
jizz.
He's still
Your-
going.
Stop talking, Moose.
Like, oh, what?
Moose, shut the fuck up.
What? Oh,
Oh my god.
I don't know if we're delayed for him or what. We cannot understand you, Most.
fuck.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, Alex, we're getting more Chipotle. This is so great.
So close. We're literally so close to having a smooth recording.
You hear this guy? He sounds like fucking Optimus, bro.
Oh,
There he goes. There he goes. Alex, what kind of Chipotle bowl are you gonna get this time?
I'm-
Please, my bad.
you are
my
back,
God.
yes.
This is like the fucking third time this has happened. Now I have to get the fucking cloud recording because none of this shit uploaded. Whatever. Okay, where did I leave off on my story?
You, Alex, and Bingus in the band room, and they were showing you some sort of music.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So the music Alex and Aki listened to at that time was dubstep. And in dubstep, there's like no words. So it was already hard enough to like figure out a story. But you can still gather story from music in general. If like you listen to like the intervals, what key is the song in, how is it modulating, stuff like that. But that's not how Al and Aki listened to the music. The way that they listened to the music was they would get to the fucking beat drop, jizz their pants, and go like, okay, let's get to the next song. Like they would
Okay.
cut the song off in the middle.
Okay. A few things to say about that. Okay. At that time, okay, the best part about about any electronic song or dance song is the beat drop, in my opinion. And so it's not that I'm like listening to those songs and skipping it as soon as the beat drop starts. I'm just saying we wanted to show you what the best part of the song was to see what you thought, and apparently you did not like it because you care about lyrics. But for me, I really couldn't care less about the lyrics, if I'm honest. Like, I would like a song if I have no idea what they're talking about, as long as I can like sing along. And I think Moose, you're like that too, because what is the story in like Die For You by The Weeknd? Is that a compelling, like, well thought out poetic story? Like, there are certain songs that are just catchy, right?
I'm not asking for Shakespeare, but you're telling me that Die For You is not a story?
What is the story?
That he loves her so much that he's willing to sacrifice everything. He's willing to die for her.
Okay,
He's talking about that feeling.
But how is that specifically unique than any other like love song out there? I'm sure you have heard that story of many times. Grenade by Bruno Mars is just like that.
I'm pretty sure Moose
Yeah.
also likes that song.
Okay, well,
I do
so
like
then,
Grenade.
okay, so it's just, I don't think you're actually. Are you saying that you're not saying that you only like songs that have a story to it? You're just saying.
Yeah, I think you're misinterpreting story for lyrics. Storytelling within music takes a lot of things. It's not just the lyrics. If it was just the lyrics, people would just read poetry.
Right.
Storytelling within music is every aspect of it. It's the musicality of it and the lyrics, both of them combined. Also, the location that you're listening to it. Like Marvin's Room, when we were listening to it in fucking Mood's dorm.
I didn't like it. I still don't necessarily like it, but I understand it better now without re-listening to it. It's still not my go-to, oh, I need to be in my bag, let me get in my fucking bag song. For me, that's Talking to the Moon. But Marvin's Room is still, like, I understand it better because I'm able to latch onto that story. If you give me time with Die with a Smile, maybe I can find the story. But the fact that it repeats its point so often, it's hard to find anything other than the fact that he wants to die with a smile with her.
Okay, that's fine that you have that opinion. I just have a different opinion. You see, I'm being a very respectful Al today. I'm not trying to
Shut
fight you.
up,
Sorry.
Alex. Look, you
Very cutesy,
fucking
very
this
considerate.
guy
Very
is
to be
literally just pandering to the fucking 5 viewers that we have, because when we were in person, this idiot was doing the complete opposite, bro. Why are you
I
being
was
so
not.
fake? Yes,
What are you
are,
talking
bro.
about?
What are you
I have
talking-
consistently
Shut up,
said
shut up.
that it is
No,
okay
no.
that you have a different opinion
No,
about the
it
song,
is
and
not.
when I
literally
say
lying,
it's
bro.
okay
Do
that you have
like
a wrong
lying?
opinion, when I say it's okay that you have a wrong opinion, do you think I'm being genuine when I say
Okay,
that?
obviously I know that's a joke, you dumb fuck. I'm talking about the fact that if Moose offers his differing opinion, you literally just constantly try to poke holes and go at him for like 10 minutes on one point that he made. So even if you say, oh, the wrong opinion thing is a joke, you genuinely think that in your head. Otherwise, you wouldn't waste your time for 10 minutes trying to poke holes in Moose's argument when Moose's argument in quotes is literally just his opinion.
To be fair, he was trying to poke holes right now. It's just that my fucking argument is airtight.
I know. And then afterwards,
No.
he loves to fucking sit there and be like, yeah, you're allowed to have your opinion. No, Alex, you're
Okay,
just full
all
of
you're
shit,
talking
bro.
all you're talking about is literally just disagreement of opinions and arguing for your own opinion. It's just an argument. You think I'm like trying to poke holes and like be this fake person?
No,
It's just
you
arguing for your
literally
own
do that.
opinion.
No, it is not. No, it
How is it
not.
different?
Bro, here's the difference, right? If you are arguing for your opinion, then you would talk about how the song makes you feel or the things that you enjoy about the song. But when Moose states something, you literally are just trying to say, no, that's wrong. No, that's wrong. Like when Moose said, oh, this song doesn't give me the same vibes as Put on a Smile. You just start going, Moose, what are you talking about? It's literally the exact same. Look at all this, and 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 this. Like that's literally that's Moose's opinion, which 5 seconds ago you just said, "Oh my God, Moose, it's so okay that you have your own opinion," when you're literally just lying.
Okay,
that's a great point that you brought up, though, Coop. Because I was watching a documentary on like the Drake and Kendrick. I swear that I'm gonna toss this back to you, Al. But I was watching a documentary on like the Drake and Kendrick feud, and the guy in I don't even know if I want to say documentary, video essay. And the essayist brought up the point where he doesn't think Drake is that great of an artist because while he touches upon every single emotion in his very large discography, he doesn't really get to like the real big point of it all, right? So while you can find an emotion that sort of resonates with you during a song that Drake has, you can find a song that resonates with that emotion better if you go to a different artist, and Drake will just never be that deep enough or that artistically challenging enough to actually best capture that emotion. Now, Al, you have been a very big defender of Bruno Mars, so you tell me, what is that what emotion is Bruno Mars invoking with Die With a Smile that makes it so musically good?
Okay. What I was about to say before is that it's okay that you have that opinion, and here's why I like it, and here's what I think about generally music and how I don't value lyrics as much as most does, and I'm just about to give my own opinion. Okay, the thing about Bruno Mars, I wouldn't say like there's a specific emotion that it's giving, although definitely the slower Bruno Mars songs is like when you're in your bag. But this just makes you, in my opinion, it's a feel good song. It has good harmonies, and the guitar riff towards the end was a good riff. I mean, it's hard to explain what emotions it elicits within me, but that's what I like generally about this song. But in terms of all songs that I like, I don't value the lyrics to it because I'm just not that type of person who would really resonate with the lyrics of the song, and I would rather listen to music because it makes me feel good and not necessarily because I'm resonating with the lyrics of the song. So
You don't have
generally,
to resonate with. Go
what?
ahead.
I was just gonna say, generally, I care more about how the song sounds like more so than the storytelling that it's giving, because that's
And I'm not telling you to resonate with the lyrics, but even like sonically, it's not that good, honestly. You said it yourself. It doesn't really resonate that emotions with you. And the entire concept of art is always to like resonate emotion with the person that is consuming that art. No person, which is why I fucking hate Deadpool and Wolverine, but art in and of itself is supposed to take the emotions of the artist and have them resonate with the emotion of the person consuming that art, which is it's why people have cry when they go to it's why that girl cried during Exile for Taylor Swift. No one understands it, but clearly she resonated with some sort of emotion that Taylor was giving.
No, do not. That was some pussy shit, bro. Do not defend that shit. There was no I don't care how emotional a song is, bro. You should not be fucking breaking down and like screaming out like a maniac outside of the state. Bro, she's not even in the stadium, sitting outside the stadium. I don't care what emotions you're feeling. That is some absolute loser shit, bro. Like, there's no defending that, in my opinion. Like, that shit is just embarrassing.
But there's no song that would do that for you. There's no song that would be like, damn, that hits me like right here.
No, there's no song that would get me to sit outside of a stadium and start screaming out like a maniac crying. There are songs that I enjoy listening to when I'm sad, and there has been times where I listen to a song at a certain point in time and I'm like really like in my bag or something, and I'll like shed a tear or some bullshit like that. But I'm not fucking out there screaming like a maniac, like a fucking idiot outside of a concert, bro. Like, I didn't even understand, bro. She was upset because Taylor Swift played a song at her concert, bro. Like, and it was the song that saved my life, bro. What the hell does that even mean, bro? Like, that, I literally remember that from the video. What does that mean, bro?
I don't know. I honestly
I know you're not defending her. I know you just brought that up as like an example, but like I just don't like that's just like an extreme example where like I'm not gonna like I get the point you're making, but I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like what that girl did was normal because it was not. She's weird and she needs to get a life. Just like Alex, the Bruno Mars song.
Yeah, Al, so you're saying that, oh well, it's musically good, it's sonically good, but then you're also saying in the same breath, it doesn't really invoke any emotions in me. So I don't know how it's gonna like stand the test of time for you.
When
Like,
you say
Silk
evoke
Sonic.
emotions, what do you mean when you say evoke emotions? Like happiness, sadness, regret? It's like that type of emotions?
Emotions, Al. Literally,
Okay.
I don't think you're a robot.
So,
the dictionary definition of the word.
So it evokes happiness in me because I like it sonically. Is that a satisfying answer?
Okay. How can I explain this to you without Alex getting offended? Because I know he's just gonna take what I say and get offended by it. But Alex is like super simple when it comes to music. I was gonna use the word basic, but I feel like Alex is gonna get offended by that. But basically, if it sounds good to him, he's gonna like the song. That's why like he enjoyed the sound of Put on a Smile and like that whole album. And now he thinks this song is a similar vibe to that, which like in a roundabout way it is. I don't think it fits the same. I don't think it fits the same as like the whole album, but like it is the same artist, so there's going to be certain things that are the same like about both things. And that's why Alex likes it. Also, Alex just does have a fucking like undying loyalty to fucking Bruno Mars, which I don't know why he can't just be honest and say that. And
I'm just a fan of his. I'm just a fan of his.
Yeah, but you don't say that. You just say, no, the song is good. No, the song is good. Like,
I like the song.
No, but when we ask you, oh, Alex, like, where does this rank on the all-time Bruno Mars songs? You I'm pretty sure I remember you saying, "Oh, this isn't like one of the all-time best ones, but
No.
it's still pretty good." And then
Yeah.
that's what. Yeah. Okay. Can I finish? Shut the fuck up. Can I finish? God. And that I know that's bullshitting because that is like literally the exact same thing I do with artists that I like when they drop a single that like isn't as good as the rest, because I like all the singles that the artist, like, let's say we're taking Travis Scott, right? Sometimes he'll drop a song where I'm like sitting there and I'm like, yeah, this is good, but like eventually I'm not going to be listening to this because it's just not, it's not going to stand the test of time, like Moose said. And I feel like you being so unwilling to admit that is just a flaw in your
Okay.
ideology.
How am
It
I
doesn't
unwilling
even
to admit
stand
that?
like a week.
How am I unwilling to
It
admit
doesn't-
that when I said it's not one of his best songs and it's not like 10 out of 10, but it's a good song and I enjoy listening to it and I listen
I'm
to it
saying
a lot.
about the standing the test of time thing. Like when Moose made the point of like, oh, are you going to be listening to this like down the line? And you would just consistently say yes.
I'm not sure I did say yes.
Regardless, if you look at the charts, the song didn't even last a week. I don't even think it hit the charts. Fucking JT hit the charts, and I've never heard of that song. That person. Who's heard of "Okay" by JT, or did it first by Ice Spice?
Okay, sure, Moose, but we are not talking about charts. We're talking about our own music taste.
No, but I mean, Al, you think about it. You said it last week. Oh well, I mean, it's a song. It's a song by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Clearly, it's going to be like it should have been really good because those are two really good artists, and it didn't hit anywhere near the Billboard 100, like at all.
Boom. Point. Moose.
What point are you
Moose.
trying to say, Moose?
Shut up, Alex. No, shut up.
Are
know
you
what?
trying to
Alex
say
is
like
literally
I'm
a
lying
bullshit-
about my music
No,
taste?
you're literally a flip-flopping piece of shit, Alex. I'm getting really
Right.
sick of this. No, shut up.
Yo,
Last week, you literally used the exact same point that Moose just made. He just debunked that point that you made. You literally said, "Oh, this song has Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars on it. Like those are two of the biggest artists ever." So like, and
Yeah.
then you basically implied that makes the song good. And then when the song
No.
doesn't chart, then but it's not about charting. It's just
No.
about what I like. But
I
that's
brought
what
up
you
that point.
used to try to
No.
convince us.
You are gaslighting me. I brought
No,
up
I
that
am
point.
not.
I brought up that point in response to the expectation question on how high or low of expectations you should be going into it, and I was saying because they were well known and they have always put out really good stuff that just before even listening to it, I had high expectations about where the song would be. And that had nothing to do with me saying, "Oh yeah, I think it's really going to chart really well, and the rest of the public is going to agree, and it's going to get to number one on the charts."
Didn't
Al,
you
my
make
point-
the point that you didn't have expectations going into the song?
No,
My point with that was, Al, the last album Bruno Mars released was Grammy nominated. Lady Gaga is going to be in a blockbuster movie this year. Why aren't they on the Billboard 100? Why is it that the song that they released together is not on the Billboard 100? Both of them haven't released songs in a while. So you would think that they would at least be somewhere on that list. But the fact that they're not, I think, is sort of a testament to how generally bad the song is.
okay. That you were talking about a public's perception of the song. I'm talking about my own opinion about the song.
Yeah, you're not giving an opinion because you're saying, "Oh well, I don't really feel much about it. I don't think I'm gonna think about it next week." Your opinion of the song is it's meh.
That is not my opinion. That it's meh. My opinion is that I think it's a good song. I just don't think it's one of his like greatest. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 greatest Bruno Mars song. But I think it's a good song.
I'm not asking you if it's a 10 out of 10. But I don't even think you think it's good because
I rated it an 8 out of 10, Mose.
8 out of 10 is fucking crazy, man. You're giving an 8 out of 10 for a song nowhere near the Billboard 100, a song that you have zero emotions about, a song that you don't think you're even going to listen to next month, let alone next year. You're giving that song an 8 out of fucking 10? What the fuck is wrong with you?
How are you? I could listen to a song by a nobody artist. You can start making music, and I can rate your song an 8 out of 10. The ranks that your song gets on the chart has nothing to do with my ranking. I don't even know why you're bringing that up.
We're not talking about a no-name artist. We're talking about Bruno Mars and Lady fucking Gaga.
You're saying because it didn't rank high in the Billboard Hot 100 that it's not a good song. Like,
I'm saying because you have zero strong emotions attached to it. You have zero strong feelings attached to it. That's why it's not a good song. It's not invoking any emotion. It's just there. It's a space filler. The best time that it was ever on was when it was shortened down to less than a minute, man.
Damn.
Okay.
That's actually a really good point, Moose.
When you say evoke emotions, I still don't understand what you mean by that.
Ow. Have you ever watched a movie and started tearing up at the end? Have you ever watched a TV show and you couldn't stop laughing? Have you ever went to an art show and it made you went to watch a play and it made you think so much about it? It consumed your mind, evoking emotions. What does the song leave you with? Once the radio's off, when there's no audio playing, what does the song leave you with? What impact does it have?
What is your favorite song right now, and what emotions does it give you?
Talking to the Moon, I think, is probably one of my favorite songs. And the emotions that evokes in me is that emotion of loneliness, the being alone in the world. And how does that represent, right? How is that's representative in the song? Once the song is over, I still think about all the topics, all those conversations, everything about why am I feeling this emotion? Why am I feeling so alone? That's what Talking to the Moon does to me. A Bruno Mars song.
I agree.
I have to cut in and defend Alex that Alex just doesn't view music the same as you. Like he doesn't need it to be like super emotional or like have any emotions. And I think the word they use, like space filler, is perfect for the way that Alex listens to music. Like if there's no sound and the sound that he's hearing is a sound that's pleasant to his ears, that's what he considers a good song. Or am I wrong, Alex?
No, I think that's generally right. I agree that sad songs would evoke that emotion in me, but this is not like a super meaningful poetic song that's trying to like evoke some emotion or speak to anyone specifically or trying to relate to anyone. It's just like an upbeat, feel-good song.
Every
I
single
think that's
song
the
is
whole
aimed
point
to
of like
evoke emotions.
Bro, I think that's the point that Moose is making, that like any song that actually makes it past a certain like level of listenability, like replayability, has that sort of extra like attachment. I think that's more the point he's making, that like songs that you go back to and like will consistently listen to actually have something that you could tether yourself to, when this has like nothing, and you admitted that it has nothing.
Look at the song. Look at one of the best songs on the Billboard 100.
What do you disagree with?
Okay.
What did I just say?
Let's bring up one of the most streamed songs ever. The Weeknd's "Blinding Lights" has 4.4 billion streams on Spotify. Does "Blinding Lights," just because we're talking about numbers, right? We're talking about charts, we're talking about numbers.
I can tell you exactly what emotions.
I can tell you exactly. You literally just said I disagree with what I just said. Tell me with what I just said that you disagree with.
No, but
now
you're saying that the most popular songs, that the songs that you're always going to go back to, are
I didn't say
of emotion.
Popular songs. I didn't say the most popular songs. I said songs that you would consider replaying in the future would have something that you tether to. Songs that I replay still aren't the most popular chart songs. I'm not talking about the charts, so you're literally not even listening. I'm just saying the songs that I go back to are songs that I have a tether to, or I am somewhat attached to. You're sitting here and making a point about Blinding Lights just because it has a lot of streams. I'm not talking about streams. I'm literally just talking about songs that you go back and listen to. Like, name a song that you go back to and listen to, and think about why you go back and listen to it.
I can bring up two songs, okay? First, let's talk about your Blinding Lights, Al. Blinding Lights, literally, when it was out, it was during the time of COVID. And because of that, Blinding Lights hit such a chord because it invoked a sense of freedom. When you listen to that song, you're not thinking about, oh my God, I'm stuck in my fucking room. You're thinking about driving down the highway, going like 120 down in your car, just listening to that song with the wind in your fucking hair. That's not even like my opinion. That's literally what it was being talked about in TikTok. Like it was the most, oh, I want to just get in my car and drive kind of songs. That was the emotion it was evoking. And for you, I don't know if you want to bring this up. I'll cut this out if you want. But Al, I'm pretty sure you can like name like 6 Ed Sheeran songs that evoke emotions, not necessarily of sadness, but evoke emotions that you do go back to every year.
Okay, I don't actually listen to Ed Sheeran. That is a
Yes,
joke.
you do.
No, Coob is. I can't believe most of you actually think this is serious. Coob brings up the fact that I listen to Ed Sheeran as a joke because it's like a white, seen as white music. I don't actually listen to Ed Sheeran.
I'm bringing up Ed Sheeran because of your specific history, not because of what Coob has said.
What is my history of Ed Sheeran?
Your relationship, Al. I know this is going to make me sound weird, but when your relationship was starting, a lot of your bigger relationship moments were tied to the song Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Yeah, I only know that because I was there, okay? I'm not saying that because I was talking to him or anything. I was there.
You are weird, man.
Wait, Perfect was a song that we danced to at prom. What are you talking about that you were there?
It was also playing during the your first quote unquote date when I was there. And you guys were
Moose,
just
why are you
there.
always there?
Because he wasn't technically dating. He wasn't technically dating her at the time, and he needed a buffer.
Nice. Moose is the buffer.
Wait,
Alex,
so
I don't know. Like, okay, regardless of this point, Alex, I just don't understand how you can't see the points that we're making. That, like, I'm not saying you're not allowed to. Well, I actually will say it. I think the song is shit, and I don't understand why you like it. But I'm just not going to sit here and lie about it like I'm pretending that, because you are acting as if you were like, oh, you guys have a differing opinion from me. Okay, that's fine. I'm not a bullshitter like you, and I could just be honest. I think your opinion is wrong. I just don't flip flop like you do because I'm not full of shit. But
I have not flip flopped.
oh my god, Alex, I'm literally gonna smack you, bro. You're actually so full of shit.
My opinion on this song has stayed consistent since it came out.
I'm not talking about your opinion. I'm talking about how you treated us on our opinions, bro. Like, your opinion is consistent, and that's what I'm judging you for having that opinion. But when we have an opposite opinion to you, you're literally flip-flopping saying, oh, you guys can have your own opinion. I'm just telling you mine. Compared to in the car, you saying, oh, you have the wrong opinion. Moose, you want to make a point about the song? No, fuck your point. I'm just going to poke holes in it all day because I don't want you to have that opinion. That's literally what you were doing.
What? Why would I not want you to have an opinion? What gain would I get from that?
You want us all to agree that the song is good because you want the validation because you said the song was good. It's literally the equivalent of like turning it. Yeah, it's literally like the equivalent of turning on a song. Like, say if you're with your friends riding in a car, and one guy turns on a song, and then everybody has a terrible reception to the song. They're like, "Yo, what the fuck you playing, bro? Like, get off the aux. Like, the song sucks." Like, then you're obviously going to sit there and try to defend it because I've literally been in that situation and done that before. But I'm not full of shit like you, Alex. You're really pissing me off today because you're just lying, bro. I wish you were just honest.
I am honest. If you want to have a debate about the actual song, we can do that, and we can talk about like why it sounds good to me. And we've been doing that so far.
We've been asking that.
I've been telling you.
No, and then when I make the point that you like simple music, that it will like it just sounds good to you, and then I say that, oh, Alex, what are the songs that you replay, like go back to still to this day? And then
okay,
give me an example.
I thought you were making a different point. I thought you were talking about the charts. Okay, I can see that.
I wasn't making a point about the charts, but just like we could end it off on this. Alex, give me one song that, like, when it pops up in your playlist, you will never skip. Like an older song pops up in your playlist, you'll never skip it because you still really enjoy that song.
I'm gonna go with "Too Good to Say Goodbyes" by Bruno Mars.
Okay, can you tell me why you never skip that song?
I think he sounds really good.
I don't know how that song goes.
Cause what we got too good to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Please stop and just answer the question.
Why do I think the song is good?
Yeah.
Because I think he sings really well in it, and I like the guitars riffs that happen during it. Yeah, I don't particularly relate to the lyrics, if I'm honest.
Okay, but when the song comes on, like, what is, like, you, like, let's say it's been a while, you click the playlist, and let's say that's the first song on the shuffle. What is your, like, feelings as soon as that song turns on?
Or actually, better yet, the song is now done. It was the end of the playlist. What are your feelings right after that song is over? What are you feeling?
Damn, that was a great song. I feel really great. Maybe I listen to music differently than you guys.
I feel like you listen to music very differently from most people, because most people, they could be like, this song makes me feel incredibly happy because of this. This song makes me feel really sad, and I need to feel sad at that moment because of this, and this.
Yeah, you might need
Not
to get
like
tested,
us.
bro. You think like a single-celled organism, bro. You're actually an idiot.
One of the best songs on the charts right now, Not Like Us. It's not just a song that calls Drake a pedophile. I mean, it is, but it's also a song that's there to like be like a liberation for the culture. It's liberation for people who go like, you know what, Drake is a culture vulture. He's there to harm us, and he's not a good person to be the king of rap. This song is there to invoke that sense of liberation from that era, basically. That's what Not Like Us does. Your songs, I don't know what you're fucking listening to. I seriously don't know. I don't understand now.
Not every song has to have, like, you're saying just because you, never mind. And
bro,
Alex, I think
Taylor Swift and
I just want to end. I think we've gone. I think we're gonna keep going in circles. So I think we might as well end it. But Alex, the whole point of me asking you to name the one song that like you will never skip is because whether you like it or not, you do have an attachment to that song. But I honestly like I don't want to just sound like I'm just constantly trying to roast you, but I honestly just think you're too dumb to realize that you have an emotional attachment to the song, and the only thing you think of is, oh, this song sounds good. Like, there's no way that's all that's going on in your head. And if it actually is, you need to go get tested, bro. Because then you're actually like
tested.
You're
Tested
on
for
like
what?
for fucking lower brain function, bro. Your brain does not function like a normal human being. Then
please, in the comments, go ahead and prove us right and Alex wrong by telling us that one song that speaks out to you, that just evokes that emotion where you're like, damn, I remember exactly where I was when I listened to this song. What is that one song for you? Also, we have a comment that we have to read out. So give me a second. I have to bring it up. I forgot to do this last time.
who the hell commented on that shit?
This commenter says,
I have an emotion. Nostalgia is an emotion, right? It brings out nostalgia in me.
What nostalgia? Nostalgia of what?
Of the peak of Bruno Mars in his 24 Karat Magic.
Yeah, we're moving on now because that's not nostalgia. That's just you thinking of history.
Read the comment, Moose.
This comment says, lol, love the debate about Deadpool, but instead of Deadpool, it should have been Freakpool. Instead of saving the universe, he should have just freaked over himself. Thank you so much for that comment. Thank you and check us out.
Can I guess who that was?
Don't even try and guess. It doesn't matter. Just go check us out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I think I'm trying to get us on LinkedIn. I don't know how to do that, though. I'll figure it out. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.